TCU's Olivia Miles. She's scoring more than 20 points and assisting on more than 16 points per game this season. The only player in the nation with 20 and 15 as we welcome her in. And the fans earlier were chanting, they're doing it right now, MVP, MVP, MVP. Something light, something calm. She brought gifts for us as well.
Special gift.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love it. Can I shoot threes now?
Locked in now.
I think Drea, we can shoot threes now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
I already can shoot
I
threes.
just became a much better passer.
We also got, we got some boots. These are beautiful.
Crazy.
You come bearing gifts. Thank you so much.
These are crazy. Thank you so much.
Texas.
Wow, we got to come to TCU more often. We got a good crowd. Olivia giving us gifts. We love to see it.
You're going to keep those on?
Yeah, I am, probably.
Okay.
I can see a little bit better. We already know you can see the court well when you wear your goggles. Let's talk about your game a little bit. Let's talk about TCU, actually, specifically, because we mentioned the fact that you transferred in here. They're already chanting MVP for you. What has the reception been like from these fans?
Just incredible. I mean, they barely even know me. I've only been here, less than a year. So it's just been incredible to be able to know these fans, talk to them after the game, and just see their support grow throughout the whole season.
They love you.
Yeah, they absolutely do love you. Once you walked out, the hearts were flying. What is it about this system here under Coach Campbell at TCU that has really brought out the best in your game?
Yeah, I think you guys said it best. It's a pro-style offense. It's a lot of spread and pick and rolls, and I'm best when I'm making decisions at a high level, and he trusts me with that. So, I'm able to find my teammates and find myself, and that's why I'm, having career numbers across the board.
As you watch, as we play some of your highlights, what are some of your favorite things to do out on the floor with this team?
Definitely pass the ball. I'm scoring at a higher clip this year, but that's my natural instinct, is to get my teammates open. So it's been fun to play with so many versatile players that I can get them the ball in so many different areas.
And speaking of teammates, one of the coolest synergies that we've seen so far in college is you and Marta. How has she been so good for you, both on and off the floor?
Her presence is so just incredible. She is just so artistic and so expressive and just so unapologetically herself. And I've learned from her both on and off the court, and she's just an incredible person and player, and she's just so fun.
And when you say artistic and expressive, can you sort of describe what that means?
I mean, the girl paints her shoes. That's all I gotta say. She does incredible artwork. She just did an auction for a fund to help raise funds just based off of her artwork, so just incredible.
I would like to say she's over there,
she's right
watching,
there,
smiling very bigly. Okay, so not only do you pass well, you also do it with so much juice. It's actually crazy to watch. So we have some numbers here. We're going to show you 3 assists. You guys, I need you guys to pay attention to the assists as well, because we're going to try to vote on which one of these passes are the best. The first one right here.
Ooh.
That one was clean. That was
Backdoor.
clean.
Yep.
A little backdoor action.
So that's number one.
That's number one.
That's number one.
That's number one.
That's number one for the fans. Remember number one.
Because we're picking which one's the best. This is number 2?
Oh.
Yeah. That one was crazy.
With the left?
With the left hand.
That was crazy. Don't vote yet. Don't vote yet.
Okay, so this is number 2.
Oh, man. Cross court.
That was okay.
I could never. Okay, and this is the last one right here. Oh, I like the height.
Look. Ooh, little inside out move. Okay.
Oh,
You're
man.
making this one hard.
That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, so you think on it a little bit. What do you got? 3. You guys say 3.
You guys say
Fans like
3 is number 1. All right, that's the best one.
Okay.
Olivia, what do you think?
Number 3.
Yeah, that was crazy.
A little
But-
no look.
Aside from what the fans are saying, which is number 3, what makes that pass so hard?
It's not that hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be anyway. But I practice it so much, so it's just my preparation.
Lovely.
I'm unsurprised that you gave that answer. You were like, that's
sorry.
actually very easy for me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so since you're a good passer, we actually have some T-shirts that we're going to pass out to you guys. Oh, there they are. There they are. Olivia, we know
throw some
you.
T-shirts
Show us
out.
how it's done.
Yeah. How do we do this? I'm trying to do a no look. There she is. There she is.
I got like a.
We got to try it.
Yeah, there we go. Liv, the left hand one? Left hand? Yep, there it is.
Hey! That was a good pass.
My shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts after that. I'm not going to lie.
Got the goggles on.
So much, Olivia.
Against Baylor. It is now time to reveal
go.
our top 16. A reminder, this is through yesterday's games. Let's start with 16. Ohio State. The Buckeyes have lost 3 of their last 4 games, but grab a top 4 seed for now. Minnesota joins the party at 15. Michigan State and Maryland round out the 4 seeds. Andrea, you have your eyes on the new team joining the party.
Yeah, welcome to the party, Minnesota, with the opportunity to potentially host the first and second rounds. Now, Minnesota lost to Michigan State a week ago, but the observable components for this team, which I feel like stand out to the committee, they are strong. Tori McKinney, she averages 14 points per game, but can put up big-time numbers. I mentioned that loss to Michigan State. She scored 29 points. They fell short in the game, but Minnesota, they have great size, spacing offensively, and they cover for each other defensively.
All right, moving on for the 3 seeds. Oklahoma, who has won 5 in a row, was 12th overall. After that, this home team, TCU. The question, should they be a 2 seed? Duke and Louisville are also on the 3 line, both losing a game since the last top 16 revealed. Shanae, what stands out to you?
Boomer Sooner, a 4-spot jump for Oklahoma because they had 3 ranked wins, with 2 of them coming on the road. And star freshman Aaliyah Chavez, she's been coming on strong, averaging 20 points per game, and most importantly, 5 assists per game during this stretch. So I want to shout out head coach Jenny Baranczyk because this is a team that really puts the O in offense.
All right, now for the 2 seeds, a pair of Big Ten and a pair of SEC teams. Michigan, which picks up a dominant win versus Maryland yesterday, is 8th overall. LSU comes in at number 7, Iowa 6, and Vandy drops to 5th. They were 4th in the last reveal, but they have lost to Georgia since. Drea, what are you looking at?
Iowa, they made a huge jump. They were 11 overall in the last reveal. They are now 6th overall. You mentioned Michigan getting a dominant win. Iowa got a dominant win against Michigan, and I believe that's what made them make such a big jump. Hannah Stolke had a full stat line, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. The high-low action between her and Hayden is so tough to guard. They had 21 points off of turnovers, so shout out to Iowa for making a big jump.
All right, now to the top line. Not much suspense there. UConn holds the top spot overall, the only team without a loss this season. UCLA, South Carolina, and Texas round out the 1 seeds. Shanae, I heard you.
We're here in Texas. Let's talk about the Longhorns. Since their loss to Vandy, they have won out. I know they don't want to hear about the other Texas all year at TCU. 1 win, speaking of winning out, by 30 points, and another win by 50 points. And Maddie Booker has been on one, averaging 19 points per game, but shooting, get this, y'all, 59% from the floor, and has nailed 6 threes in this span.
All right, so this is the full list of the 16 teams revealed today by the NCAA Tournament Committee. As we welcome in our expert bracketologist, Charlie Cream. When you look at this, Charlie, what stands out to you?
Well, Christine, I think the first thing that jumped off the page is those 4 Big Ten teams on the 4 line. It's pretty unusual to have one conference have all of the seeds on one line. And 7 teams total for the Big Ten is also unusual. It's part and parcel to the bigger conferences we have now. But certainly the 4 teams from the Big Ten also creates a little bit of a bracketing conundrum for the committee. And because of the bracketing procedures, they've got a little imbalance in the brackets right now. And it's all because you've got 4 Big Ten teams, the 4th being Maryland, on that number 4 seed line.
Okay, I do want to mention the 1 seeds because we used to call it the fight for 4. It was between Texas and Vandy. Texas is the only one that wasn't there. Do you think that they are a lock now?
No, I actually don't think Texas is a lock. I think this is maybe one of the biggest things that will be suspenseful as we get into Champ Week. If both Texas and Vanderbilt win today and then the seeds hold out in the early part of the SEC tournament, Texas and Vanderbilt could be playing each other in the semifinals in Greenville. If that happens, I firmly believe the winner of that game is your 4th number 1 seed.
Charlie, I absolutely agree with you because in the SEC, it has been a bloodbath. And you know what's kind of funny? We talk about swapping between Vandy and Texas for that 4th spot.
Yeah.
It feels like Texas and Vandy have been playing this. Paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah.
Paper, scissors, Are you mad
It's
that
rock,
I said
paper, scissors,
It's
by
rock,
the way.
paper,
I've
scissors.
never heard it
What are you
ever
doing?
in my life.
It is
okay?
paper. I am absolutely. Isn't it paper, scissors, rock?
Rock, paper.
Either way, you say it.
That was weird.
The fact that they cannot, neither of these 2 teams, get upset. Neither of these teams can lose
Yeah.
if they potentially see each other in the semis, or the best case scenario, you win out and seal the deal. So all eyes will be on the tournaments.
Paper, scissors, rock.
It is paper, scissors, rock for me.
Your analysis was almost rude.
Okay, so rock, paper, scissors.
It is definitely rock, paper, scissors.
Got it.
As everybody knows. But let's focus on the bottom of this top 16 right now. Andrea, what stands out to you?
Well, I'm just interested, Charlie was talking about the SEC tournament. The Big Ten tournament is going to be crazy because you have so many teams on that 4 seed. All four seeds are in the Big Ten. So when you talk about playing in the tournament, there could be some teams that fall out of being able to host. They fall out of the top 16, or in playing in the Big Ten tournament, they could make a better case for themselves to potentially get a better seed. So I'm looking at Minnesota, Maryland, Michigan State, Iowa's in there. They're not on that 4 seed line, but all of those Big Ten teams, I've got my eye on them.
And speaking of teams falling out, Ole Miss, of note, out of the top 16. And I really feel for them because if you look at their schedule, they had 5 games in 10 days.
Right.
4 games pretty much in 1 week. It was scheduling hell for Ole Miss, and we were able to see them at South Carolina, and that also was a tough loss because in those 5 games in 10 days, they went 2-3, and recently they've played 4 ranked opponents, and they just lost to unranked Florida. So I feel like the timing of those games really hurt them in probably the toughest conference.
I was going to say, I actually think the committee would have been like, with the LSU, the Tennessee game, all of those games, I feel like the committee understood that, but it was the loss to Florida that I feel like really gave the committee a reason to kind of drop Ole Miss out of it. My eyes were on Ohio State because they didn't drop out the way Ole Miss did, but they dropped incredibly far. When you look at this Ohio State team, they lost a couple of close games, an overtime game, a 1-point game. So when we talk about the Big Ten, Ohio State is an opportunity to make a better case for themselves playing in the tournament.
Somebody that wants to get that dub today so that they can split that regular season title. That is redshirt sophomore Taliah Scott of the Baylor Bears. So excited to have you here. I'm sure they're very excited about it too.
They're very excited to have me.
They're happy.
So happy.
Listen, Taliah, we're going to get into some basketball in just a second, but I've got a source on the staff
Okay.
that told me some information just last night.
Okay, what is
She
it?
said that you have the biggest personality on the team.
I think so. I think that's the truth. I got the biggest personality on the team.
Well, how does that personality show itself? Like, if someone's going to be around you all day, what are they in for?
And for joking, we're going to do TikToks, we're going to dance, it's trust.
That's
it's
our
going to be
people.
a great time. Great time. We're laughing 24/7. It's not going to be a serious moment.
That's our kind of person.
Yeah.
We love doing TikToks. We should do some TikToks a little bit later.
These two are TikTok queens.
Yeah, we are.
You know what's interesting? We have something in common. We have both played under Coach Nikki Cullen in my WNBA days.
Oh, yes.
Why was choosing Baylor so important to you, and what have you learned under Coach Nikki?
Yeah, I think she's a really great coach. First of all, she's a phenomenal coach. I think her play calling is excellent, one of the best in the business. And I feel like she just plays such an open style of basketball. It's a place where guards can really thrive. I think I've learned so much just being able to score in a variety of ways, scoring off the catch, scoring off the bounce, scoring any type of way imaginable. And I think she puts me in the best positions to be successful and showcase my full game.
I like that you mentioned your full game because you're one of 5 active players averaging at least 21 points per game on your career. I heard you talk about the Big 12 in general not getting a lot of respect. Do you feel like you're getting enough respect right now?
No, I don't think I'm getting enough respect, and I feel like hopefully I can show today why I should be getting that respect. I think that there's so many great players in college basketball, and I want my name to be one of the first ones that is mentioned. And today's another day to try to showcase that. It's another opportunity.
And you've got a great running mate alongside you, and Dariana Littlepage Buggs. Obviously, you bring a ton of scoring. What does she bring to the team that she'll have to bring today?
Yeah, she's the rock. She's an energy kid for us. She rebounds the basketball at an extremely high rate. She makes mid-range shots. She can score in a variety of ways, too. She's just such an energy kid, and she's so versatile, and she brings such another dimension to our team that now one other player on our team can do and bring.
Yeah, and also, just really quickly, last game, Olivia Marta had a pretty big game, 67 combined points. What is the key to today's game?
Yeah, I think it's to try to take them away as much as possible. I think it's to try to limit them. They're really, really great players, and so you're not going to be able to just say they're not going to score. They're going to score points. They're really good players, but we have to be able to try to limit their touches and limit their opportunities, and then on offensive end, execute better. I think we didn't execute as well as we probably should have, and I think this game will be a little bit different.
I do want to mention something, Taliah, because currently you're observing Ramadan. How does that impact your game and what you do on the court?
Yeah, I think it's just all praise trust in him and I put my belief in him. I'm able to fast and I'm able to compete at a high level because of him. And yeah, it's hard. It's an adjustment, but I feel like through my faith, I'm able to do anything. And so it's a special month for me. And I feel like it's been proven over the past these couple games that just because I'm fasting, he's got me and he's put me in this position to be able to succeed no matter what.
That's beautiful.
You know what else you have done incredibly is handle this crowd doing the entire interview. And then they got some love. They started clapping for that
They
last
love me.
one.
They love me out there.
They're
respect on
showing
your
some
name.
respect to you as well.
Yes.
Well, good luck, Taliah. Thank you so much for joining us on Game Day.
Thank you so much for having me.